everyone, welcome back to my BookTube channel. This is Melissa and I am so glad to be with you here on this evening. It is Friday, January 1st, 2021. Happy New Year, and I hope that your new year is getting off to a great start, and that there is only wonderful things happening for you in the next 364 days to come. I think that, all of us are glad to be putting 2020 behind us and certainly I hope that that includes a lot of great books. So I'm looking forward to spending some time with you all this year. My BookTube channel is brand new. This is only my second video, as you can probably tell, and I have a lot to learn still, but I am working on that, and I thought I would just jump in with you and tell you a little bit about some of the books that I've been reading over the past week. One of the nice things about this time of year is that I'm often off from work for a week or two, and so I've had a chance to do a little bit extra reading than I may have usually had in my usual day. So, did you love this mug? I love this mug. This was a gift from my friend Rachel last year when I turned 50, and she sent it as part of like this awesome gift package, and she has a small gift giving business, so I will link to that and her site below. But I love this mug. This made in 1969. I think it's awesome. It's great for sipping tea. Right now I'm just only having water. Because I seem to have a frog in my throat, sort of. So anyway, so without any further ado, I thought I would jump in on Friday reads. I've noticed in my dropping down the rabbit hole of BookTube that I've been doing for the past couple weeks, that a lot of booktubers do something called Friday reads, and where we talk about exactly what it sounds like, what we've been reading over the past couple weeks. So today, one of the first books that I have to tell you about is Alone Together: Love, Grief, and Comfort in the Time of COVID-19. I'll try to give you, that looks sort of crappy. I am still learning, like I said, video editing, and I don't know how to do like the whole picture-in-picture overlay graphic that you are all able to do so well, and I will learn that. I promise I will learn that. So, but for the time being, we're just gonna have to deal with like my phone and when I have physical copies of books. Anyway, on a tangent. So, Alone Together. Can we see this? No, not so great. Ah, crap. Anyway. Oh, I had it like, anyway, okay, screw it. Alone Together: Love, Grief, and Comfort in the Time of COVID-19. This is an anthology that is edited by Jennifer Haupt, and she pulled together 91 authors to provide their insights and reflections in the form of interviews and poems, creative nonfiction pieces, and really great, I think that we are beginning to see what is going to be a bumper crop of titles about COVID-19 and about the pandemic, about how we lived during this time and the reflections and what we've learned about ourselves and other people, and just trying to make sense of this time. So I think that that's what Alone Together does. It is an anthology that helps bring some sort of sense of understanding and solidarity, and a sense that we're all in this together. One of the things that I thought was really interesting about this is that the print version has only 69 authors represented, whereas the ebook has 22 additional ones. My copy was an ebook from the library, which why I don't have an actual copy to show you all. But more importantly, all the proceeds from this anthology are being donated to the Book Industry Charitable Fund, which is a nonprofit organization that coordinates programs to help strengthen the book industry. And they've been very supportive of providing support to booksellers and bookstores around the country who may have, you know, been forced to lay off staff, who who have had issues with revenue. The second book that I read this week was On Fire, The Burning Case for a Green New Deal by Naomi Klein. I haven't read anything by Naomi Klein before, and I have to say that this was absolutely astonishing. It is incredibly well researched. It is, she does not mince any words. When it comes to climate change, I mean, Naomi is not here to play. She has no holds barred in holding people accountable for the situation that we're in. And she just outlines the case for why action is needed now in a way that is so succinct and is so compelling that you can't help but agree that that the time is now for us to make changes that are going to really significantly impact how we live. So this is a collection of her essays about some speeches that she has given on climate change. She talks a lot about the report that experts say that we only have 11 years. 11 years, guys, to really make the changes that are needed. That's such a minute sliver of time. And, as we know, a decade goes by so quickly, and she's conscious of this. And she talks about, about the consequences that are going to result if we don't take the action that we need. She reports firsthand on the aftermath of hurricanes like Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico and the systemic failures that led up to that. Let's see, I'm also reading my notes too from Goodreads. She writes so poignantly about her family taking a trip to British Columbia, where she's from, and it was during a time where there were the haze from fires thousands of miles away, and how the sky was like this milky white during the time that they were there, and just how unsettling that was, and how she knew from her work and her research that this is the type of thing that we're in for if if we don't get our act together. So I picked this one up because, again, like I said, I hadn't read any of Naomi Klein's work, and I really didn't know much about what was all included in the Green New Deal. I knew, obviously, that it, centered around, climate. So I picked this up because I wanted to know more about the Green New Deal and about climate change in general. What I got from this book was so much more. Naomi Klein, she explains the obstacles that surround this issue, and I was also really struck by the discussion of the hopelessness that one of the reasons why people are against this is because they feel like this is already a lost cause, and it's not. And she makes the case that even if we don't have to finish everything we need to do in 11 years. We have to make some progress, yes, definitely, but it's enough to commit to this and to start. And and speaking as somebody who is in the United States, hopefully the new administration coming in will truly get us back on track and doing what we need to do, because the last 4 years have been complete waste, and in that regard. So I think that this is, recommended reading for everyone who cares about the planet or who claims to. I think that, if you really care about like the world that we're going to be living in very, very soon, I think this is really compelling, and I think it's well worth the read. And then finally, the last book that I read, I started and finished this last night, is Sand and Foam by Kahlil Gibran. Everyone knows Kahlil Gibran from The Prophet. He is a Lebanese philosopher who lived from 1883 to 1931. And this is a book, I think I picked this up from a book sale somewhere, and I read this for the Unread Shelf Challenge, which I'll link to below. Excuse me, isn't this mug awesome? I love this mug. This is from my friend Rachel, who sent me like the most awesome package when I turned 50. She had like 50 some gifts or something, and it was absolutely crazy. But one of these was this mug made in 1969, and I just think that this is so fantastic. And I drink tea out of it. Right now I'm drinking water because my voice feels like a little bit raspy for some reason. I'm not sick, but for some reason sometimes you just get like a little froggy in the throat. But anyway, I love this mug. I'll link to my friend Rachel's site below. In addition to being a singer-songwriter, she's amazing. She also has a gift giving business as well. So yay Rachel. So anyway, back to Kahlil Gibran, Sand and Foam. So this is a collection about, these are like, I read one review that said that this is like a collection of refrigerator magnets. And I kind of see where that reviewer was going with this. It's like some just really short quotations. Some of them are like very, very short parables. But there are these drawings in here that that he did, that I think that are absolutely stunning. Anyway, this is a great little book to have, if you're looking for a quotation for somebody. He talks about marriage and money and relationships in general. It was a really nice read to end the year on, I thought. So a lot of the quotations have to do with like the duality of self, like light and dark, and good and evil, and things like that. And there's so much. I started to make a list of some of the ones that really resonated with me most, but there were way too many. So anyway, Sand and Foam. So books that I read for this week. This is a pretty good week because I was off from work, more time to read. So Sand and Foam for the Unread Shelf Challenge, On Fire, The Burning Case for a Green New Deal by Naomi Klein, and Alone Together. So all recommended, all well worth the time. I'm glad I read them. I'm going to wrap this video up now because my iPad is saying that I don't have enough storage to make any videos, and I'm already having enough technical difficulties as it is. I'm finding that this BookTube endeavor is like quite the learning curve, so I really do appreciate you being part of this journey with me and being patient. It is fun and interesting learning a whole new thing. Like I said, I'm 51, so this stuff sort of comes naturally. But anyway, so thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great new year. I hope 2021 is off to a great start for you, and I will see you again in one of my next videos soon. Thanks. Bye.